Welcome everyone. I am Dr. Jem Yinjoy, the creator of the Microbe Whisperer cards and guidebook. I am here to give a voice to the trillions of microscopic beasts that keep our planet and our bodies clean. I hold a PhD in research microbiology, so I know a lot about microbes. These tiny creatures include viruses, bacteria, yeast, and protozoa. While you may know about animal spirit guides like eagle, bear, and dolphin, microbe spirit guides are not so easy to learn from without a microscope. I have studied them, and I have connected with them in the lab and in nature and spiritually. I know their habitats and how they survive. I have worked with a wide variety of microbes, from those that clean up toxic waste to those that help cows digest plants. All of these microbes have metabolic superpowers that allow them to live in all kinds of difficult environments with ease. And they can teach us many lessons about survival. As an intuitive microbiologist, I act as a channel for these tiniest of animal guides and share their wisdom. Every week, I'll be performing a short version of a Who's Your Microbe reading. I will draw a card from my Microbe Whisperer Oracle deck and tell you what wisdom it has to share with you. Then I will play an excerpt from my audiovisual self-paced class about the Microbe Spirit Guide of the week. You may purchase this class, the cards, books, and readings from my Etsy shop, and the information is in the description below. So, let's shuffle the cards and find out who's your microbe for this week. Hi there, aspiring microbe whisperers. These are my Microbe Whisperer Oracle cards. There are 44 of them, and they are organized into 4 suits: the loops, the petri dishes, the pipettes, and the microfuge tube. The microbe that came up for this week is Tube Worm Symbionts. These microbes live inside tube worms that are under the ocean near hydrothermal vents, where superheated mineral-rich vent fluid provides food for their symbionts. These microbes are called symbionts because, you guessed it, they live symbiotically inside these worms. Symbiosis means that the microbes give something to the worms, and the worms give something to the microbes, and neither one can live without the other. One could call this microbe symbiont the ultimate squatter. Yet the tube worms took extreme measures to keep the microbe symbiont comfortable and make sure they never leave. Why would they do this? Because this tube worm, called Riftia, gave up its digestive tract, having no mouth, gut, or anus, and it created a specialized organ to house these symbionts, so that the microbes would be their only source of nutrition forever. Is this a heaven or a hell situation? Find out by watching this excerpt from my audio-visual self-paced class to learn more about what this Microbe Spirit Guide has to teach you this week. This is thioautotroph bacteria, the tube worm symbionts. Thioautotroph bacteria live inside the giant tube worms that are part of the undersea black smoker community that I just talked about for card number 1. The tube worms have evolved over time to completely depend on these bacterial symbionts for their nutrition. So these tube worms have developed specialized organs to house these bacteria. The tube worms do not have a mouth or anus. These symbiotic bacteria give them everything that they need. Their symbiotic relationship has allowed both organisms, worm and bacterium, to create a heaven under the sea. The main spiritual lesson from this tube worm symbiont bacteria is to replace traditional ways of feeding the hungry and making yourself indispensable. You can read more about this tube worm symbiont microbe in your guidebook. And also, here's a link to my blog post and video on these thioautotroph bacteria. Thank you for watching this entire self-paced audiovisual class on how to use your Microbe Whisperer Oracle cards, which includes 4 full readings. My card deck and guidebook are all available on Etsy. You can book a short reading from me on Etsy, but for in-person readings, you can find that instruction on my website at microbewhisperer.com or look in the description below. Be well and joyful, and I'll be back next week with another Microbe Spirit Guide card.